everybody, this is Jbizzo 49.
And Prometheus MFD.
And there hasn't been something in 3 months. What could it be?
I don't know. It certainly can't be this joke we've used every blog for about a year.
No. What are you talking about? Crazy motherfucker.
For those of you who missed these blogs, I recently moved from Colorado to Florida.
And it has been a bitch.
It has been busy enough that I haven't been able to even record video game stuff, which is pointless now because my computer is broken.
So if you're looking for some Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 from us, don't expect it anytime soon.
Oh, God. This is gonna suck. Right now, I don't have a job.
Get a job.
Yeah. Oh. Well. Anyway, let's move on, because...
No one wants to hear us talk about this shit.
Not until the end of the blog, and then
yeah.
skip it.
Okay, so it's been 3 months, so naturally we have a ton of shit to talk about.
Oh, more than E3 almost, maybe.
Maybe. We'll see. We have, like I said, I believe in the last blog, which was 3 fucking months ago, that we don't, when we start things up, we don't know how long we're gonna go.
We barely plan these at all. I think every time we've just made a list right before recording, and then we record and talk, and then he puts it together and uploads it on YouTube, and you get to listen to our awesome voices.
And today, the list was so long that I actually had to pull up a Word document and write all this shit down.
And even then, we were adding stuff, right before recording.
Okay, so we've got lots of stuff game-wise to talk about, because the holiday shopping season is coming up.
Yay!
And stuff. And I will go ahead and give my advice for that. Do not go out on the 25th.
I did that. Hell, we're going Black Friday so I can get myself a freaking computer. Maybe.
Maybe. It's always depending on something.
Right now it's depending on whether or not I have a job by then.
Well, damn, sucker.
Yeah.
Alright, but before we get to all of the games, something happened with the Steam forums this week.
Dude, fucking major.
Yes. In a statement released by Valve CEO Gabe Newell on Thursday, they had announced that the Steam forums have been quote-unquote defaced in an attack on Sunday, and he sent the announcement out to everybody with the Steam account, and in the announcement it would go on to say, and I quote, "We learned that intruders obtained access to a Steam database in addition to the forums. This database contained information including usernames, hashed and salted passwords, game purchases, email addresses, billing addresses, and encrypted credit card information. We do not have evidence that encrypted credit card numbers or personally identifying information were taken by the intruders, or that the protection on credit card numbers or passwords was cracked. We are still investigating. We don't have evidence of credit card misuse at this time. Nonetheless, you should watch your credit card activity and statements closely. While we only know of a few forum accounts that have been compromised, all forum users will be required to change their passwords the next time they log in. If you have used your Steam forum password on other accounts, you should change those passwords as well. We do not know of any compromised Steam accounts, so we are not planning to force a change of Steam account passwords, which are separate from forum passwords. However, it wouldn't be a bad idea to change that as well." Close quote.
Makes me glad I don't use the forums. I don't normally use Steam. I think I've played Team Fortress 2 once. And that was my computer could barely handle that.
It's like, ugh. Why won't it do this?
So yeah.
If you want to know, the number of users that use the number of users on Steam is hovering around the 35 million mark.
Well, it's a lot of people because that's the only way to get a lot of games now.
Well, EA is pushing their own download service, Origin.
Yeah, but fuck EA. They only put out a good game every fourth years. Every fourth years. Yeah, it's like Joey Jojo Jr. Shabadoo.
Shabadoo. If you remember, way back fucking when, the PlayStation Network was hacked, and that had a base of like 75 million users, somewhere around there. And by the time like 2 weeks after the network was restored, activity had gone to 90% of pre-hack levels, so this is totally survivable. Yeah. And the fact that they only got hashed and salted passwords, their identification protection system is working.
Yeah.
Because they're only gonna, not only are they going to get encrypted passwords, they're also getting them in pieces. That's what hashed and salted means.
It looks like Valve is handling this well, and
yeah.
Generally, when someone hacks accounts like that, it's good for the forum admins to crack down on that. I've been on a couple forums where they do April Fool's joke where they let someone hack a bunch of accounts, but that drove me away. So yeah, some pretty major stuff.
Yes.
I hope nobody loses any money over this.
You would hope that would not be the case. But I'm sure, like, if that were to happen, Valve would do something about that for reimbursement.
Yeah, they're pretty good to their customers.
Yeah. A sign of being good to their customers, freaking Portal 2.
Portal 2 is so much fun. I have yet to play the DLC for that, the co-op DLC.
It's been out for months, hasn't it?
I haven't been able to play games for months.
That's entirely true.
So
let's start talking about the few games that you have managed to play in the last few months.
That would mostly be Arkham City.
All right, so let's start off with that.
So, one of the most anticipated games of the year. Mm-hmm. You had your Portal 2, you had your Skyrim, and you had Arkham City. Arkham City is probably one of the best games of the year. If you have not played it, I highly recommend it. It's everything good about Arkham Asylum and refined. It encourages exploration. Everything's just so well made. The voice acting is sound. The music is amazing. The storyline is brilliant, so much so that I don't want to spoil it.
You better frickin' not.
Jbizzo here wants to get it on the Wii U when that comes out. In 2 years.
A year.
I'm being facetious. But, oh man, I 5 out of 5 stars, not stupid shit that I make up. I'm doing an actual rating here. Yeah, if you don't you don't need to have played Arkham Asylum in order to understand Arkham City, but it's recommended you read a plot synopsis of Arkham Asylum so you can understand stuff in Arkham City, because Arkham City is very much a sequel, but in a good way.
It's not one of these
Fucking
crappy cash-in sequels.
No. So yeah, that took up quite a bit of my time. I got through the story mode in like the day after I got it.
I've seen the first hour of it.
And now I'm doing my 100% run on normal.
It's one of those games where you have to look in every single nook and cranny to find these things.
Dude, you need freaking acrobatic skills at this game in order to get some of these fucking trophies. I have 115 trophies left, and I've been at it for like 6 hours. Past the end of the game.
Of course.
Alright, what else do I have? Oh yeah, Battlefield 3 came out. I had a chance to play that a bit.
He played it on the PS3 of all things.
Well, it wasn't my copy, so... So of course the console version is a bit pulled back from the PC. You're not going to get 64-player multiplayer. At most you'll get 24. But the game doesn't really suffer from it. It's still fun. I haven't played the campaign yet. I've just done multiplayer because that's really all I want to do on Battlefield. The only thing I didn't like about it was the level-based multiplayer, which, as you know, I hate.
Speaking of games that are supposed to come out on the Wii U, there's one.
Battlefield 3?
Yep.
Holy shit.
I know, right?
If you're into the whole first-person shooter genre, I say get it. But if that's not your thing, then there's no real point in getting it.
Well, so like I think he kept. He showed the game to me for a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I get it. The maps are fucking huge. Can you talk about something else?
Oh yeah, the maps are huge. The maps are the same size as the PC version,
which is pretty impressive if you think about it.
Considering these are consoles.
Mm-hmm. And it takes about as much time to load as a standard map in like Halo or Modern Warfare or something.
About 10 to 15 seconds, maybe.
So load time doesn't suffer.
No, not at all. Well, at least on the PS3.
On the PS Triple.
You might have to install it on the Xbox in order for things to load better.
I remember like I was on a stream where they were talking about how big Battlefield 3 was, and then I was gonna ask you how many discs is this, and then I remembered that it's Blu-ray.
Yeah. It's huge, man.
Huge, man.
It's a huge man.
So, I believe at least the way it was advertised, Battlefield 3 is supposed to be like a direct competitor to Modern Warfare 3.
Is it considered a competition if one side totally owns the other? Well, I've seen Modern Warfare 3. It's just the same freaking shovelware both companies put out every other year.
So, a new studio did jack all.
Yeah.
What you're saying with that?
I think they should bring it back, do one studio, release only one every like 3 years, really refine the game, play test it. Then I might have a bit better opinion on them.
But that's not gonna fucking happen.
Oh, I know. People are still gonna buy them. They're gonna make a ton of money, and then they're gonna put out more shitty games. And we get to hear 14-year-olds, "Oh, you're not MLG. You don't play." And that's a terrible impression. "Oh, you're not MLG. You don't play Modern Warfare." Blah 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 blah. Where we were staying, the guy had a kid who was like 11. That's all he played, Black Ops. Like,
if you're gonna go with any Call of Duty game, that's probably one of the worst choices.
Oh, I looked at him I took up my DS. I took out my copy of Soul Silver. I'm like, dude, I was playing the original version of this game when I was your age.
Because he was.
You know, kids need to play more RPGs, man. Fucking first-person shooters will ruin their taste in games. But anyway.
Rant over.
Yeah. First of many.
Yeah. Craziness, I know.
Alright, so...
You wanted to talk about Rage.
Rage.
And not like Rage in what I do every day.
No, this is a game released on the PS3 and Xbox and PC. I found it a mediocre first-person shooter. It's basically every game that it has released in like the past 20 years.
So it's what you're saying is it's like Doom, only the same.
The setting's different. It looks prettier, but yeah, pretty much. You don't carry as many guns. You get the standard 3 or 2. It feels too much like Borderlands without the fun of having infinite guns. I couldn't tell you more. I only played like an hour before I got sick of it.
Fuck this noise.
Yeah.
Nothing like imaginative or innovative.
If you're gonna spend money on a first-person shooter, buy Battlefield 3. If you already have that, buy Arkham City. If you already have that, buy Skyrim. If you already have that, well, save your fucking money, bitch.
Speaking of Skyrim, that came out today.
I know. I'm getting it tomorrow because all the banks were closed today.
For Veterans Day.
Yep. I realized I'm like, fuck. So I get it tomorrow. I have not seen anything about it in the past 3 days that isn't made by Harry Partridge.
You're such a fanboy.
I am. It's like a combination of traditional animation and Flash together in a beautiful, homogenized cartoon of awesomeness.
I've seen some of the commercials for Skyrim. You seen any of those?
Yep, I've seen them all. Over and over. You know what? It's awesome. It looks like everything Black Isle has been doing with, Oblivion and the Fallout titles, but better. From what I've seen, it's a lot more fluid, especially dialogue with NPCs. It doesn't pause the world around them so the person can give you like 2 hours of exposition. No, that 2 hours while he's talking, stuff's happening. You're not just staring at their face. You're staring at their face while stuff happens behind it. Also, there's dragons. Killing dragons with your bare hands seems like everything I wanted in a game. But yeah, I'm getting it tomorrow. And then I'm going to disappear for like a year.
You better talk about it next fucking month.
I will. You really think I'm not going to?
If you're going to disappear for a year, then you're not going to be here for next month.
True. Very true.
So don't fucking do that.
Alright. Next game we have to talk about.
Next game. I think we've both seen blind playthroughs of this. Sonic Generations.
Nope. Only you.
Only me?
I've seen maybe part of the first level of Modern Sonic's.
That was pretty much the demo.
And maybe some gameplay footage of original Sonic or nostalgia Sonic or
Classic Sonic,
however you want to say it. Fuck, I'm going to start calling him nostalgia Sonic now. Just to fuck with people.
Just to fuck with people. Just to fuck with people thinking that you're associating that with a below average reviewer.
Ha ha. He had his moments, but it looks like a pretty solid game.
Yeah, I would have to agree on that. It's run into that problem with recent Sonic games where if you're just doing a straight playthrough of it, it's not going to take you that long.
No. It's getting closer to an arcade style where you have to beat your best time and shit.
Yeah. And you don't. I was watching it, and they didn't really have to do much to get S ranks.
Really.
So
it's not difficult.
Their worst rank, I think, was a C, and they died like 5 times on that.
Ruined forever. If you didn't know, that was my emulation of the Sonic fan base. This game here was supposed to like revitalize everything, unite both halves of the fan base, and the fan base, being the psychotic assholes that they are, basically claim that it ruined the series forever, like every other Sonic sequel. I read somewhere that I was reading a parody article about the Sonic fandom, and it goes, in the beginning, the Big Bang created the universe, thus ruining the Sonic franchise forever. So that's probably a bit more accurate towards the views of a lot of the fandom.
Fandom.
Damn you, TV tropes.
Once an episode.
Yep.
Oops.
Yeah, one day I'm gonna subvert that. And then I'm gonna realize that I subverted it.
And then go.
Which would be a double subversion?
Yes.
Without even subverting it once, ever.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell. I don't even want to know how many people have actually gone on to TV tropes because we keep talking about it.
I don't even want to know either.
I don't want to know how many people's lives I've ruined.
Because it will ruin your
next game.
It will ruin your fucking life.
It will. They have an entire page about that. So what's the next game we have to talk about?
Next game is one that's coming out in 9 days.
You don't mean?
Yes, I do.
No.
I mean Skyward Sword.
I know. I got that. I totally knew that.
Sure you did. Basic math, what is that?
But, that looks like a pretty fun game. I'm looking forward to buying that in about a year. I can afford so.
I will have already done a playthrough of it before you get it.
Probably.
Speaking of which,
be the first Zelda game you beat before me.
Speaking of which, we should really finish Ocarina of Time.
We should.
We haven't been able to due to the aforementioned circumstances beyond our control.
Oh, man.
At the top of the show.
At the top of the show. Don't ask me why I did that.
Why did you do that?
I know. Not even I know! Just got a text from my $15 phone.
God.
It was not in my pocket. Dropped it on the computer.
Oh, good job.
Fucking play-by-plays. Cool. It's about my dog farting. I love how mature my family is. Alright, so what's the next game we have to talk about? At length?
The next game that we have to talk about is the new Mario game on 3DS.
That looks pretty good. It looks like a nice combination of the life system of the 2D games with the playability of the 3D games.
I'm still waiting for the 3DS to drop like $20 or $30 before I pick one up.
I'm still on the fence on buying a 3DS at all. Because I barely play my DS as it is.
Yeah.
Maybe once the library improves and the first Pokemon game comes out for it, like the first main Pokemon game, so like 2 years from now.
Well, there's going to be another Fire Emblem game on it.
I know. But beyond Path of Radiance, I'm not very good at Fire Emblem games. Hell, Path of Radiance I haven't played in like 3 years.
Not since you attempted a playthrough.
I don't even know how I'm gonna get through that. That'll probably be like the last playthrough I do.
Just send it to me. I'll do it.
Yeah. Maybe. You'd have to learn the complex gameplay.
I'd fucking do it.
All right. Well,
I could
once
get
afford
it.
Postage, I will send it to you.
I could get into
but as
SRPG.
it is right now, I can barely afford food.
I can learn how to play an SRPG. What are you talking about?
Oh.
So were there any other games that you wanted to mention?
I think I'm done with what I wanted to mention. I got everything out of the way.
I'm gonna be getting Skyward Sword and Kirby's Return to Dreamland for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
So in 2 months, I'll probably have some stuff to say on both of those games.
I'm probably gonna get a whole bunch of GameStop gift cards, so I'm most likely gonna end up buying some Xbox Live Arcade and Rock Band DLC
stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting the Nightwing DLC for Arkham City.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Can't wait to get Robin DLC. And I'll have Catwoman, Robin, Nightwing. It's just so beautiful. Anyway.
You're always doing that.
I know, I am. I'm a big softie.
Yeah.
That laugh totally wasn't awkward.
Your laughs are never awkward. What are you talking about?
Alright, so what do we got next to talk about?
That if there's nothing else gaming wise, that was it.
That's all I got.
So then you saw a movie today.
Yeah, even though, we're low on money, we decided, hey, let's go see Immortals. Because it's been a while. It's an okay movie. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good.
Is it like Green Lantern, where it's the most average thing possible?
Slightly less average than Green Lantern. The CGI is sound, and the music is okay, but the acting's bland, and they overused slow motion during the action scenes, which ruined pacing. Also, if you know anything about Greco-Roman mythology, you're gonna have to turn that off for the movie because it abuses the hell out of that. Like they only ever show 6 gods, and that's supposed to be all of them. And like
Derp.
Athena is a combination of Artemis, Athena, and part of Poseidon, even though Poseidon already exists. I could go in a huge rant, but it would involve a lot of spoilers.
But it's an average movie.
It's an average movie. The main character is just your average medieval fantasy barbarian hero type thing, where he's all muscular, but has the blandest personality ever and kills everything.
So in other words, a fanfic writer would be able to produce something better.
No. Because at least this is an original character.
Original fan character, do not steal.
Oh, man. If you have nothing better to do and you want to see a movie, but you don't want to really think too hard about it, then yeah, go see it. It's a great way to waste the 5 hours it felt like.
Star rating?
Crap! Now I came up with these as we were walking into the parking lot. And I totally forgot it.
Well, that's you being the person that you are, didn't like take a pen and paper with you and write these things down.
No, I keep meaning to get like a fucking notebook so I can write down story ideas. But I never do because I never need. If I'm coming up with story ideas, I never need a notebook. I just entertain them in my head and they grow and then I put them on paper and then they suck and so I'm like, fuck this, I'll rewrite it later, but I never do because I come up with something new. Star rating. Shit. I give it 2 slit throats out of 5.
I was gonna go with slow motion arrows, but whatever.
There were no slow motion arrows. There were slow motion disembowelings. There was slow motion crowd clashes. There was slow motion stabbings, but no slow motion arrows.
2, this is a Matrix ripoff out of 5.
Yeah, 300, more like a 300 ripoff.
If you took 300 and infused the Matrix into it, there you go.
You know what? I'm going with that. 2 300 ripoffs out of 5.
All right then. It's 300 without the meme-tastic lines.
Yeah. So, talking about movies leads me into the first of my, or technically second of my rants.
Go on.
So, what is it with the invention of mobile internet that causes people to ignore common courtesy? I'm sitting in the movie theater, and all during the fucking movie, this guy sitting next to me wearing way too much cologne is checking his Facebook, talking on the phone, shouting at the screen, just an all-around douchebag. God damn, can't you just sit down, stay quiet, put your phone away like they ask you 8 billion times, which they shouldn't. You're the reason why they do. So fucking listen. Watch the movie. You're ruining the immersion. That's why they go dark. That's why they ask you to turn off your cell phone. You're being rude to anyone who is within eyeshot and earshot, alright? That's in my freaking peripheral vision. I can hear you talking. God, I can hear the freaking catcalls when the chick gets naked. Alright? We get it. You're having fun. Do it quietly. You're at a movie theater. How would you like it if I came to your house while you were watching your favorite show in a totally not creepy way and just started yelling at the screen and bothering you? That might not be the fairest analogy, but still. Seems common sense is neither now. Alright, I'm done for now.
Rant over?
Yeah, rant over.
All right.
Oh God, this is gonna be a fun part.
Yes. Because I have a rant about a scam that has recently come up. You may have seen this. There's commercials for the new online auction site called Score It.
I have not.
There's commercials like all over ESPN. On it, like if you enter a certain code, you get like $10 in free bids. The way the system works is you pay a fee for each bid, and if you're the last bidder, you win, of course.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's how this works. Okay, as an auction goes online, and then there's a clock that goes for like 15 seconds and starts ticking down. You make the bid. I'm not entirely certain on this, but I think you can only increase the bid in penny increments.
Jeez.
So every time that happens, clock resets to 15 seconds.
Huh.
And it costs, I believe, right around 60 cents per bid.
Jesus.
So you may be getting like, let's take a hypothetical example. A $1,500 laptop for like, let's say $8. By the time you've put in enough, you and everyone else have put in enough bids to make it $8, you can do the math on that. 800 times 0.6.
Times 0.6?
As a collective,
$480.
as a collective, everyone has spent $480 on something that only the winner keeps.
A pretty big scam.
It's and here's the damn thing about it. Like, I'm not entirely certain on this, but I think the site owns what it's auctioning off.
That
because
sense.
they buy up like gift cards and such.
Huh.
So but by the time you get like say a $25 gift card goes for like $4, you can see the amount of money that they're making.
Yeah. Wow.
And the whole $10 in free bids, that's only about 16 or 17 bids, which if you use the service, you will waste very quickly.
Yeah,
but
it's a lot of money.
here's the damn thing about it. It's really good at suckering people into the system because of the way it's being advertised.
Yeah.
So, but really, it's going to be a good business model until people start figuring out that the model is screwing them over.
It's almost pyramid scheme level.
Yeah.
Except it's not people. It's all going to one place, and it's not people taking money from people.
Right.
To give to other people so they can take more money.
And if we want to compare it to, say eBay, I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I think what happens is on eBay, they take a cut of whatever the final price is, and then the seller gets to keep the rest of the money in that price. I can't remember. I don't know what percent it is, but I know that eBay takes a cut of that, and that's how they make their money.
That and advertising.
Yeah. Right then, rant over.
Well, I seem to have been caught up in both of our rants that I forgot my second one. Shit. What were we talking about right before I realized I had a second one to do?
Well, let's go back in the Skype chat.
See, I was looking through that, and I think I came up with it after we already started the call. Shit. Oh God. It was a good one too. Oh, now I remember. All right, so you all know now how I moved from Colorado to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, it went well.
Yes, I think I know what you're going to bring up.
this is major.
This is major, and this is a really touchy subject. So,
well, for some people.
If
you're not a fan of hypocrisy, I'd skip this part.
Yeah, I'll put an annotation link. Prometheus, remind me to put an annotation link.
All right.
That will skip you to after this rant, if you don't want to hear it.
Although, it's pretty juicy shit. I'm going to tell you now. Alrighty then. So, we moved from Colorado to Florida, and the family I live with. I live with my uncle. He recently retired from the U.S. Air Force after 22 years. And so when you move, the military will help you with your move, and they contract out moving companies and storage companies in order to do so. So, the biggest problem we had was with the people who packed our stuff. The first problem was there was not enough room in the truck. This isn't like a U-Haul that you can do yourself. This is a big freaking semi. But it was already half full of someone else's crap. And so they had to call in another truck to load up our stuff and take it to storage before it would be transferred. Which leads into a different problem later. So, what my family does, and I don't know if your family does this, or if any other family does, is that when a family member dies, we keep the newspaper with the obituary, and because of the nature of what it is, we tend to keep it all. We tend to keep the entire paper,
not just a clipping.
No. So my uncle had 3 newspapers with my great-grandmother's obituary in it. She died like 2 months before I was even born. So, unfortunately, because we don't write the news, the KKK had held a rally in Dubuque, Iowa, the day before. And the article was telling how they got a bit out of control and got their asses kicked. Which is hilarious. But
was it like the crazy motherfuckers that they should?
Yeah. But the movers, three of which were Latino and 2 of which were black, saw this and basically wrote on one of these papers in Sharpie, and I'm paraphrasing here, "We have all seen this, and it was really hurtful." Now, first of all, they had no right to write on someone's property. I don't care whether or not that person was a Nazi or wanted to punch anyone who wasn't white in the face, because that's apparently what racists do. They don't have the right to write on somebody's stuff, ever. That's not their job, and they're probably going to get fired for it. This incident might just be big enough to lose the company's contract with the Air Force. Based on the fact that the company hires these people, and they're responsible.
And also based on what happens later in your story.
So, we get down to Florida. We stay at a friend's place for a month while the people who are renting the house from my uncle, got ready to leave, because we gave them the notice for November 1st, and we left October 1st. And we finally move into the house, and the people who brought our stuff in were really nice. They did what they asked. They set up everything except for the beds. You know why? All 3 bed rails are missing for all 3 bed sets. So 2 of them are on the floor, and one of them we bought a replacement for, along with um, a broken desk, our broken entertainment center, our broken TV DVD stand. And I know, stuff breaking during a move is just normal, but because of them treating our stuff how it is, it brings into question, especially the DVD stand, because the bases are nailed in, and it didn't look like the base on the one was ripped off. It looks like it was taken off. The holes aren't stripped or anything, or where they were screwed in. But back to what I was saying. These people, their hypocrisy amazes me, because they're accusing my family of being racist when they were profiling him based on him being white, and newspapers that he could have had for any number of reasons. So yeah, fuck those guys. Rant's over.
You were saying to me that this was actually going to come up. This could actually come up in court.
Oh, no doubt. We've actually contacted at least 2 lawyers by now, and talked with quite a few people from the company. If it does, it's definitely going to lose them the Air Force contract. And the thing is, even if it doesn't, they have to front all that stuff that got broken or misplaced. It used to be that they'd look up the original price and depreciate it, but now it's just straight up they have to replace it. So yeah, any questions?
Rant's over?
Yeah, rant's over.
Right then. I thought we were actually going to take longer to burn through all this stuff.
I know. Just going on through.
Yeah.
Our efficiency has reached an awesome level.
Yeah.
Either that or we're just not talking nearly as much. Alright, what do we have next in our laundry list of stuff to talk about?
That was the last thing.
That was it?
Yep.
Holy shit, we got that in under 50 minutes. Alright, so, random stuff to talk about.
You have these prepared in advance.
Yeah.
That starts with something like, so, how about them blank?
Yeah. Dude, unpacking is such a bitch. It's been more than a week. And we still have 8 boxes left full of shit. No, more than that. We got 16 boxes left.
I'm like, didn't you have a room full of boxes?
Oh my god, we got all those boxes are papers that we had in the desk, but the desk is totaled. So we're probably just gonna take that out. I think we still gotta keep it though, so we can claim it. That's gonna be a pain in the ass to move. All that stuff is.
Yeah. I thought you had more stuff like this prepared in advance.
I never have anything prepared in advance, ever. You know me. I procrastinate like crazy. And yes, I enunciated procrastinate more than usual because I did not want that to be misunderstood at all.
Ah, I see. What could that be misunderstood as if it was Oh.
Oh man.
I have to think in the brain of a drunk person in order to get that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh goddamn.
So y'all
Yeah.
might have seen that I completed my playthrough of Subspace Emissary recently.
Huzzah! I
Well-
don't think I've actually seen any of the episodes at the end in their entirety. It was like, alright, great maze, great maze, great maze. God damn it, I could barely watch this when I was playing it.
The only reason I made the 1 hour episodes is to hammer home the fact how fucking long it takes.
Oh god, the great maze was completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
Oh man. You know, have you seen, what is it, Project M? It's a brawl mod to make things more like Melee.
Hence the
Melee
M.
Yeah, well, no. The M just stands for M. Stands for
Well, I know of another thing
the
that was
three of you
originally
got
called
that
that was
reference.
originally called Project M, and I don't even want to think about that.
You're gonna have to do a playthrough of that eventually.
Fuck. This is why I'm going to be taking Metroid Primes 2 and 3 very slowly.
Dude,
I'm gonna intentionally take 20 hours on each. Just to fuck with people.
dude, at least do better than me. Well, you know what you could do? You could get those out of the way, then we could do Ocarina of Time in its entirety, then Majora's Mask in its entirety, and then Other M. That'd be a nice way to put it off. And also give me time to actually get my shit together. This blog tonight almost didn't happen.
Yeah.
If I had gotten my hands on Skyrim today, oh, you better believe I'd be sitting in front of my TV.
We'd be doing this tomorrow instead.
Yeah. Dude, we just got the 50-inch hooked up in the living room.
So playing
so
Skyrim's
awesome.
gonna be nice.
Yeah, I just gotta get the surround sound up tomorrow. Although, like, 3 of the speakers don't work. Luckily, those are the back speakers, so you don't really lose anything. You just gotta turn surround sound off.
It's not all that important.
No. And then we gotta hook up the stereo in the master bedroom. Which is gonna be a pain in the ass, because we don't even know where we're gonna put it.
And stuff.
Yeah. Dude, I don't think you've seen my walls in my room, have you?
I haven't seen anything of your place aside from a TV.
It's gold on top, blue on the bottom, with sun and moon wallpaper bisecting it, which is definitely gonna get changed. Here. Video.
We're actually doing this mid-blog, holy shit.
Yep. Video mid-blog, bitches, so we can see this. Look at this shit.
What the
This
fuck?
is all around the room.
Derp.
Yeah, I know. Like, what? We didn't get to see. I'll send him a picture or something for him to,
You better freaking do that, otherwise people won't know what the fuck we're talking about.
I'll send him a picture so that he uploads it when I start the video retroactively, so we get a time paradox thing, because I'm talking about something that already happened in the video, but it hasn't happened to me yet, so it's in my future.
So it's just like it's just like how you teach the guy, as the guy in the windmill hut teaches you, adult Link, the Song of Storms, but the only reason that the guy in the hut knows it is because some kid 7 years ago played it, but the only reason you know it is because you got it as adult Link from the guy. What?
Oh man, which means that song has no composer whatsoever.
And really, that's kind of sad.
I'm looking at Audacity. It says I have 62 hours and 32 minutes of disk space remaining, and totally fucking up that last word.
89 hours and 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not even on my computer.
I basically took some stuff off of my hard drive, like playthroughs and such. Old playthroughs. Like I took my Super Mario Galaxy playthrough off my hard drive.
Ah.
I am tempted to redo that one.
Yeah.
Because I've looked at some of the videos for it, and I'm like, why the fuck did I do that?
Like, have me co-commentate for 7 parts?
No. I'm talking about my playing skill. Which is fucking terrible.
Right before Luigi's Mansion 2 comes out, you should do another playthrough of Luigi's Mansion.
Just to fuck with people, a third
that would
playthrough.
Be awesome.
A third playthrough of Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, man. Do even better than the second playthrough.
No, it'll be a long play. It'll be all one video.
There you go.
It'll be like a 5-hour long video.
You could probably do it in one sitting if you switched out the DVDs.
Yeah, I'd have to pause twice to switch everything out.
But yeah, you reserve an afternoon for yourself, and there you go. You got that up by the evening. Start it. Make sure have it so you do it the day before Luigi's Mansion 2 comes out, because you will probably not be able to do a playthrough of Luigi's Mansion 2
due to the fact that it's on the 3DS.
Yes, unless you bought an emulator.
Fuck that bollocks.
Downloaded an emulator and bought Fraps.
Yeah, fuck that bollocks.
Yeah.
I've already heard horror stories from you on how Fraps takes up way too much fucking space.
Oh my god, it killed my computer. I could barely run fucking Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, which was like a 7-year-old game.
Like, whenever you went into Coaster Cam, it would lag.
Really bad. Even when I had it set to priority. I don't know what I'm going to do once I get a capture card. Well, by that time I'll probably have a computer and a job.
Yeah. So
I'll probably have already at least upgraded my computer.
And you'll have already started figuring some shit out.
Yeah. Then I'm going to redo like all the playthroughs that I started way back when.
All like 15 of them.
Yeah. Except maybe a couple.
Except maybe like the Fire Emblem games.
Yeah, I might end up putting that off. I have a plan for how I'm going to do it, which I think I've shared with you.
You're going to do Portal.
I'm going to do Portal, then immediately Portal 2. Then I'm going to do Batman Arkham Asylum, then immediately Arkham City. And then I'm going to start redoing playthroughs.
And such.
Yeah, like a motherfucker.
Like do some Zelda stuff before you get Skyward Sword in like a year and a half.
Yeah. I could probably do Wind Waker in like 3 days. Dude, fucking Florida's killing my complexion. And it wasn't too good to begin with. Damn you, puberty!
It freaking snowed over here like on Tuesday.
It was 76 degrees here on Tuesday. I've been doing that on Facebook all week. When someone posts, "Oh, it's cold," I'm like, I post the exact temperature then. Although today it only got a high of 66, which is still a hell of a lot better than snow.
It's like, what's the current temperature here? It is 37 degrees.
Are you using the fucking weather.com?
No.
Oh, that's what I use. But the problem is, because there's no actual snow or cold, my brain isn't associating the shorter days with winter.
The sun's setting at like 5 o'clock. What the fuck is this?
Yeah. This is bullshit, man. I want to swim some more. Actually, I don't want to swim more because I get swimmer's ears so fucking easily.
My ship sails in the morning.
Damn you. God damn.
I know, right?
So, how about them,
How about them Cardinals?
how about that, what was it, oh shit, the recent controversy with the, college place.
Yeah, how about them, Penn State?
Penn State, that's it, yeah. Dude, I find it hilarious that the douchebag hipster assholes who are protesting Wall Street and were the same people who rioted because the coach. Actually, we should probably put some backstory behind this. So it was what, the assistant coach?
I think he was a defensive coordinator, but I don't fucking remember. It's been too long since I've seen this story.
Some guy on the football staff.
I know his name's Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah. Was bringing kids over to molest them and probably do worse stuff in the showers at the college. And the coach caught him. Well, the coach reported him to the higher ups, but beyond that didn't do anything more.
Did jack all.
So, legally he did the right thing, but morally not so much. Well, the higher ups just kind of ignored it, and this guy was continued to let this guy continue to bring kids on campus like that because he had like a summer camp type deal he was working with, and the college kids would volunteer, and so when this got out, people were questioning what would happen to the coach because he's partially responsible for all this now. And so when they fired him, a bunch of the students, which, this is telling how I feel about the Occupy Wall Street, which I could probably rant about next, they rioted because their coach was an enabler for a pedophile. And so, Jon Stewart, who probably agrees with a lot of the Occupy Wall Street kids who did this, was calling him out on it. It's probably one of the few times I've actually agreed with him. But yeah. So yeah, this Occupy Wall Street shit.
We're really going to be talking politics in this blog again.
Oh no, this isn't going to be politics. This is going to be more about the origins of it. And trying... I don't care about the politics behind it. I care about people taking it as seriously as it is. Because for those of you who don't know, the people who started this protest are rejects from Project Chanology. And for those of you who don't know what Project Chanology is, and count your blessings, it's...
I raise my hand.
It's a protest organized by the asshole of the internet, 4chan, to protest Scientology, and I know I used protest twice in a run-on sentence, but I don't care. So there were rejects from this who, the internet being as diverse as it was, tended to have the same agreement towards quote-unquote capitalism, which is technically a free market economy, because any society where anyone can actually own something is a capitalist society, which can include up to communism. But that's neither here nor there. Basically, they're protesting the 1% who control the most wealth, and actually, a bunch of people who are stationed over in the military, who are stationed overseas, they've been jumping on this and saying that, they're part of the 99% who decided to serve for their country when they couldn't get when they either because they felt like they needed to or they couldn't get a better job. And so one of my cousins posted a picture of this on Facebook. And someone posted on that it was too bad he was a professional killer. Which, because my family mostly has the same views on military, we just swarmed in like a pack of hyenas on a rotting carcass to argue about the controversy. It's like, tore him a new one.
Because you're good at that.
Yes. It is a secret power of my family. So yeah. It's pretty much all I've got from the past 3 months, I think. We'll probably end this, and then I'll like go back to watching TV and be like, oh shit, I forgot to talk about that.
It'd be like an addendum.
Yeah,
to
addendums.
Freaking thing.
Oh shit! If we started doing addendums, those would get longer than the conversations themselves. We wouldn't need to do blogs anymore at that point. We just do one blog for like the year, and then update it with more addendums throughout the month. Oh. I cut my finger something fierce opening up my new $15 phone. Oh yeah, so I had an iPhone, and like the one time I fucking drop it a small distance, I've dropped it off like a second story window and it still worked. It breaks the LCD screens. Now I have a $15 phone that I can use so that I can be contacted until I can afford a new phone. But yeah, this thing's like, this phone would be technologically revolutionary in 1998. Mainly because it has a color screen and it gets the internet.
It gets the interwebs.
The blag. Damn you, XKCD!
I actually haven't read that in a long time.
Dude, I read it religiously. Which is ironic, given the nature of the fucking comic. Saturday morning breakfast cereal is another one that I like. I like Saturday morning breakfast cereal, but whenever he gets like political about it, it kind of leaves a sour taste in my mouth. He's kind of a douchebag when it comes to that. Otherwise, he's funny as hell. Look it up if you haven't read it yet. I think the webcomics I regularly read are XKCD, The Adventures of Dr. McNinja, Penny Arcade, The Order of the Stick, Saturday Morning Breakfast Cereal, Pokemon X, mainly because I want that to fucking end. I think that's it, actually. I used to read more and kind of fell out. Like, I used to read Anti-Hero for Hire, but I haven't read that in like a year. All through high school, that's all I did. I was read webcomics. I almost started one of my own, but never got off the ground.
Just like most things.
Yep. Yeah.
And such.
You have anything to add? Because this random section has been all me.
Aren't the random sections almost always all you?
Yeah, giving the fans what they want. They come to your channel for me.
And you're like the fans are masochists.
Oh man. Don't you just love it when we talk over each other like that?
You're like giving the fans what they want, and the fans are masochists.
Yep.
So I will add to the list of stuff just because I thought it was funny. Prometheus Rants 3: The Revenge.
The Revenge. It's not Prometheus Rants 3D.
No.
Aww. Don't be hilarious.
You have denounced that gimmick.
I have. We saw Immortals in 3D. It was, 3D's fine as long as the movie is shot in 3D. You know what? Coraline was fucking shot in 3D, and you know what's so special about that? The sets were too small in order to get both cameras up. They actually had to shoot it with one angle and then turn the camera slightly and shoot it from the other angle. That's dedication to your work. So yeah. Anything to add, Jbizzo?
I recently started replaying Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Oh, nice. I haven't played that yet.
Well, I'm not getting a 3DS anytime soon.
Hell, I didn't even start Super Mario Galaxy 1 until after...
After the second one came out?
After you finished the playthrough.
After I finished the playthrough, or after you were there for the playthrough?
No, after you finished it.
Jesus Christ, man.
I know. Well, I mostly was playing Guitar Hero at that point.
At that point in time?
Yeah.
You see, I was good at that and played other shit.
Yeah. Well, right now with Rock Band 3, I'm good at that and play other shit. There's an owl, like, right outside my fucking window.
It's gonna talk to you about stuff you already know.
Keith Moon! Get it? The Who?
Tell me, who are you?
I love how radio stations will still play that song uncensored. Are you? I love how I censored the word fuck when we say it all the time. Fucking owls, man. This is the first time I've heard an owl since leaving Iowa. I lived in Colorado Springs for 1.5 years. No owls.
Does the owl happen to be named Kibora Gabora?
No. No, it's not. Because this one actually shuts up. You know what I've noticed since coming out here? There are more cubes and elements, the ugly-ass vehicles, in Florida than I ever saw in Colorado Springs. Which still had a ton more than I ever saw in Iowa. I don't think I saw more than 2 in Iowa. And I saw them all the time in Colorado Springs. Now I see them even more so out here. And anyone who ever bought a cube or an element is an idiot. It's probably some of the ugliest damn cars ever. And I drive a 96 Acura, so...
And stuff.
Yes. Yes.
I think I will call that one Prometheus Rants 4 The Return.
The Return.
And then it'll be Prometheus Rants 5 World Tour.
World Tour. I thought 4 was World Tour.
And then Prometheus Rants 6 will be Through Time.
Oh, speaking of 5, Grand Theft Auto 5's logo, if you haven't seen it, normally they do the standard Roman numeral numbering. But now the V5 has a banner around it that says 5, which goes to show that they've paid attention to their 11-year-old fan base who doesn't know what Roman numerals are and are just pandering to them. Which is retarded because I knew what I knew Roman numerals since I was 8?
I've known Roman numerals since I was 6, mate.
You got me there, man.
Maybe even younger than that.
Well, when I was 6, I was already EV training my Pokemon, so cut me some slack.
You didn't actually decide to, I don't know, pay attention to education.
Nope. Fuck that. I'm never going to use it. I'm planning on being an author. I just need basic English skills and I'm good. Which, Jbizzo has seen how I type, so
Yeah.
that's very telling.
It's very telling. It's also quite the career choice that doesn't make much sense.
I typo so... Dude, he typo-sectioned me. He put it in my head, the idea that I had made a typo. When really I didn't. And that is the correct use of the word of the Inception meme. Rather than something inside of something that's the same thing. That's what the Inception means really talking... What the Inception meme is talking about is a Klein bottle type meme. But the Klein bottle never really became a meme.
And stuff.
I don't really want to go into internet theory right now. Fuck internet theory. That I should have a degree in that. God knows I spend enough time on it.
Freaking hell, man. Oh, you want to talk about Rocksmith briefly?
Oh yeah, Rocksmith. For those of you who don't know, Rocksmith is Ubisoft's foray into the guitar-based rhythm genre. Basically, the concept is you can plug any real electric guitar into the game and it will play. And honestly, it works. It teaches you how to play the guitar. It functions nicely. The UI is very good. It's what Power Gig was supposed to be. But Power Gig was probably one of the most mediocre games on the planet. I've heard good things about it. If you already have the electric guitar, get it. If you don't, it's I don't know. I think it'd be cheaper just to get an acoustic and learn through that. That's what I did.
And then actually didn't.
Yeah. Well, I got an electric keyboard, so I'm also learning piano. Relearning piano. I used to be able to play quite well when I was a little kid. I think I stopped when I was 7. So, 12 years without playing piano.
But yeah, you typed the word. You were talking about Australian the Australian Pink Floyd tour, and
okay.
I quote unquote correct you, and then you thought you typoed, and I'm like, no, you didn't.
He got me. So we're driving home, and at the local community college, which is like 2-minute walk from my house. They were at the stadium. They were going to be transmitting the Australian Pink Floyd tour. I'm like, oh yeah, they're doing a new tour. And my uncle's like, what, Australian Pink Floyd? So from that time on, I realized I wanted to form the band Australian Pink Floyd. And then I realized, hey, I live in Melbourne, Florida. The jokes just write themselves. Jesus, it's already 11:30. What am I saying?
Time.
We've gotten later with these blogs.
Oh yeah, we've started later with these damn things.
Oh, we freaking first part of Roller Coaster Tycoon was recorded like 12:30 in the morning. God damn it! I need to get my computer fixed.
What exactly was wrong with your computer again that made it die?
The power supply fused with the motherboard.
Oh, that's right.
And I did not feel like replacing both.
That happened because the fan was a piece of shit.
Oh, the fan was terrible. You had to have another fan on the fan in order to actually fan something.
Yo, I heard you like fans.
My computer.
Yo, I heard you like fans.
Oh, yeah, funny. Also, the power supply was a piece of shit. I had to replace that, and even then, that was a bit heavy duty for what I needed.
So that kind of compounded the thing.
Uh-huh. I'm tired.
I want to record something tonight, but I don't know what.
You should record a new playthrough.
No.
Aw.
You always suggest that knowing I'm gonna say no.
I'm like the Tire Kubo of playthroughs. I just introduce new ones when I don't know what to do next.
Which is how you've built up like 16 playthroughs that are unfinished.
It went up from last time. What the hell? I don't think I have more than 14. Which is a lot, but it's not doable.
Sure.
Once I get stuff up and going, it'll probably take me no more than 6 months of combined time, because we all know that once I get my technology going, probably only get about a month in before it fucking breaks. Well,
and by that time I will have 20 playthroughs done before you've done
probably
a single one.
You'll be reaching 1,000 subs by then.
I mean, fuck, I already have 16 of them done.
So,
And I'm close on like 3 of them.
what are you up to on subs? I haven't checked in like a
It's
month.
still at 258 at this time.
What am I up to on subs? I haven't checked in like
I
2
believe you're
months.
still at 65.
Sweet! Well, I think it's about time to end this blog.
Right then. This has been Jbizzo 49.
And Prometheus MFD.
And hopefully Prometheus won't disappear next month.
Adios!
If that doesn't happen, we'll see you then. Bye-bye.